Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy Ray of Amy Ray Plans, and in today's video I'm here to share with you my completed spreads for the month of April. So this is my April dashboard page. The washi is Simply Gilded. I really love this washi, but unfortunately I just had a sample and I don't believe this one is on her site any longer. Down here we have Erin Condren, a shop that's no longer open. These are Krissy Designs. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are Krissy Designs. Once More with Love, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 are Stick with the Plan Co. These two are actually not Krissy Designs. These are Carlea plans, which I PR for, and I have my sampler. I just got my sampler in my latest order, so you can mention Amy in the notes when you're shopping if there's a sale. If there's not a sale, you can use Amy 15 and you'll get 15%. Either way, you'll get my sampler with both. So I did the Crying Bear, the Bear Reading, Target bag, paw print, baseball, planner, sticker sheets, TV, Trader Joe's bag, and then the pillow with the book. And they come in a bunch of different colorways, so whichever one you get, it'll just be random. And then, so that's that. And then the pens I use are Tool pens. And then we have the monthly. The washies I use are both Simply Gilded. I also wish I had this washi as well, but unfortunately, it's not available anymore. On this side is Erin Condren. Up top is a mix of Erin Condren. We also have Krissy Designs, Carlea Plans, Stick with the Plan Co., Once More with Love. And then, yeah, we have Plana Hannah, Scribble Prints Co. These labels are all Erin Condren, Krissy Designs, Sweet Davis Paper, Carlea Plans, Create with Pen, Leonard Designs, One Ton in a Million, which unfortunately is no longer open, The Coffee Monsters Co. Yeah. And then this page, these are Krissy Designs, Erin Condren, Once More with Love, that's Krissy Designs, Carlea Plans, and the Coffee Monsters Co. Mild Liners, the Coffee Monsters Co. These four are Krissy Designs. These are Stick with the Plan Co. That's Once More with Love. In April, I read 6 books, 2,032 pages, and my average rating was 4.4. So yeah, I read 6 books in April. These were my top 10 songs on Spotify and top 10 artists on Spotify. And then we have March 30th through April 5th. This was the week of Easter, but unfortunately, I didn't see any new Easter artwork. If I did, I don't think I loved it. And by the time I realized that, and that Easter was so early in April, I didn't have time to purchase another kit, which I would have either gotten from Caress Press or Leonard Designs. So I still wanted to use my Easter themed, spring themed stickers. So I decided to use this kit, which had pastels. This was a Scribble Prints Co. mystery. I paired it with a mixed metal of ice and silver foil. I also paired it with washi from Once More with Love that's planner themed, because this was a crafting themed kit. Monday was a lazy day. I spent time with my mom. I binge watched something. I was watching Cuddles. I had Cuddles with my cats and watched the Mets. Tuesday, I slept in. I got Happy Mail. I had a dentist appointment. I read, I did laundry, and watched the Mets. Wednesday, it was the beginning of April. I got Happy Mail. I watched the Mets games. I had cat Cuddles, spent time with my mom, and went to bed early. Oh, was this the week my brother was here? No, not this week. Thursday, I did self-care. I filmed. I had pizza. I was in my feelings and I watched TV. Friday, I had a haircut appointment. I had pizza. I watched TV. I spent time with my mom and I watched the Mets. Saturday, I slept in. I did laundry. I planned. I cleaned. I had a YouTube binge. I watched basketball and I had cat cuddles. Sunday, it was Easter. I cleaned. I had a YouTube binge. I was in my feelings and I spent time with my mom. So, I like to preface my completed planner spreads videos by saying I tend to use the same scripts all the time. So I use scripts from Scribble Prints Co., Caress Press, Plana Hannah, Linear Designs, Magical Sticker Co., Letters to Apollo. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Stick with the Plan Co., both of these. Actually, all three of these. The Coffee Monsters Co., both of these. Let's see, Scribble, that's from the kit. The Coffee Monsters Co., Grit and Barrett Plans, Chasing Shells, Paper and Milk, Stick with the Plan Co., Stick with the Plan Co., Grit and Barrett Plans, Planner-esque, which is no longer open, Stick with the Plan Co., Stick with the Plan Co., all three of these, Carlea Plans, Grit and Barrett Plans, Once More with Love, The Coffee Monsters Co., both of these, Every Minute a Story, Stick with the Plan Co., Planner Pixie Co., Carlea Plans, and Stick with the Plan Co. Then we have the week of April 6th through April 12th. I used Cinema Time from Pink Diamond Planner Co., which is unfortunately no longer open. I'm also really sad because I don't have any more of this kit. I had two. I used one last year and one this year. I paired it with a star foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. in silver. I used the same foil bundle last year and I really loved how it came out. I also paired it with washi from Simply Gilded. Monday, I went out with my best friend and her daughter. I got Starbucks. We got Starbucks. I went to Target, or we went to Target. I cleaned. I was in pain. I had cat cuddles, and I watched basketball. Tuesday, I cleaned. My brother came to visit for a couple days. I had a YouTube binge. I watched the Mets game. I had cat cuddles, and I spent time with my mom and brother. Wednesday, we had bacon, egg, and cheese for breakfast. My brother built my new bookshelf. I watched the Mets game. I planned. I spent time with my family, and I was tired. Thursday, I cleaned. I watched TV. I FaceTimed my nephew. My mom and I and my brother went out to dinner at our favorite Italian place. I was in pain, and I had cat cuddles. Friday, I got Starbucks. I read. I got pizza. We got pizza for takeout. I was in my feelings. I watched the Mets game, and I FaceTimed my nephew again. Saturday, I got Happy Mail. I cleaned, I organized my stickers, I spent time with my mom, and I watched TV. Sunday, I planned, I watched the Mets game, I had a lazy day, and I watched baseball at night. Oh, I think this might have been a doubleheader. I can't remember. Either that or I marked baseball when I should have marked basketball. Once More with Love, Stick with the Plan Co., The Coffee Monsters Co., Once More with Love, Carlea Plans, The Coffee Monsters Co., Carlea Plans, Paper and Milk, which is sadly no longer open, Stick with the Plan Co., Carlea Plans, Stick with the Plan Co., The Coffee Monsters Co., Stick with the Plan Co., Once More with Love, Bubba Bear Studios, Carlea Plans, Paper and Milk, The Coffee Monsters Co., Stick with the Plan Co., The Coffee Monsters Co., Carlea Plans, Grin and Barrett Plans, The Coffee Monsters Co., Once More with Love, Stick with the Plan Co., Grin and Barrett Plans, Once More with Love, Paper and Milk, Stick with the Plan Co., and I think this is from Glam Planner, which is no longer open. Then the week of April 13th through April 19th, I finally used this nostalgia kit that I've been hoarding from Linear Designs. And I was like, just use it. It's still on the site. You can get more. I love it so much. I did a mixed metal of sparkly blue and sparkly hollow foil from Scribble Prints Co. Monday, it was Erin Condren Planner Launch Day, which today, my planner is out for delivery. I went to Sephora and Crumble and Target. I got Starbucks. I went to Trader Joe's. I had cat cuddles and I watched TV. Tuesday, I did laundry. I had a YouTube binge. I was in my feelings. I was tired. I watched TV and I went to bed early. Wednesday, I went to TJ Maxx. I had Starbucks. I read. I had pasta and I had a lazy day. Thursday was my infusion. I had Starbucks. I went to Barnes & Noble. I had pizza for lunch. I read. I spent time with my mom and I was tired. Friday, I got Crumble. I went to Trader Joe's. I got Starbucks. I watched the Mets game. I read. I spent time with my mom and I binge watched TV and movies. Saturday, I slept in. I did some sticker shopping. I did laundry. I cleaned. I planned. I watched the Mets game. I watched the Knicks game. And I watched the Lakers game. I am a Knicks fan, but my favorite college and NBA player is now the head coach of the Lakers. I mean, this is his second season. But, so yeah. That's why I marked both. Sunday, I had a YouTube binge. I was in my feelings. I had a lazy day. I watched the Mets games. I watched movies with my mom. Create with Pen, Scribble Prints Co. Carlea, no, that's from the kit. Krissy Designs, Carlea Plans, Stick with the Plan Co. Carlea Plans, Pink Diamond Planner Co. Grin and Bear It Plans, Once More with Love, Grin and Bear It Plans, Once More with Love. Barnes & Noble. That's funny. That is a Barnes & Noble bag, but it's from Carlea Plans. The Coffee Monsters Co., Krissy Designs, Scribble Prints Co., The Coffee Monsters Co., Stick with the Plan Co., Carlea Plans, Once More with Love. The Coffee Monsters Co., Carlea Plans. The Coffee Monsters Co., Carlea Plans, Grin and Bear It Plans. And then I think this is the, no, wait. Yeah, it is, nope. 1, 2, 3, no, this, okay. This was a Scribble Prints Co. mystery that I love so much, so pretty. I love this washi from Simply Gilded. Again, I wish I had a full roll of it, but it was just a sample I had. I need to take some of my water. I love book theme kits. I am a reader, so I guess that's why I love them. But I just think they're always so fun. I love this box right here with the cat on the book. That looks like my cat Davy with the stripes and everything. Monday I got Crumble. I think this was the week I got Crumble. Was this the week I got Crumble 3 times? Or was it this week? I think it was this week. Let's see. Yeah. Not 3 times, 2 times. Because I was obsessed with their, I think the name was Cake Batter Confetti Cheesecake. Oh my god, their cheesecakes are so good. I honestly like that cheesecake. I think their cheesecakes are like better than the Cheesecake Factory. But I do like Cheesecake Factory too. So yeah, I got Crumble. Oh, because I got it, so I got it 3 times because Monday they still have the flavors from last week, so I did go 3 times. I read, I got Happy Mail, I had pizza, and I watched basketball. Tuesday, I slept in, I had cat cuddles, I had a lazy day, I watched TV, I spent time with my mom, and I watched the Mets game. Need another couple sips of my water. Wednesday, I went to Target. I got Starbucks. I read. I did some sticker shopping. I was in pain and I watched TV. Thursday, I did laundry. I filmed. I read. I did some sticker shopping. I had a YouTube binge. I watched basketball and I had cat cuddles. Friday was my sister Christine's birthday. I planned. I read. I had a lazy day and I watched basketball. Saturday, I had a YouTube binge. I read. I had pizza and I watched basketball. Sunday, I slept in. I watched the Mets game. I had cat cuddles. My mom and I watched the newest Tyler movie from the night before. We didn't watch it the night before because I had a basketball game on. And then I watched basketball. Let's see. That's all from the kit. Stick with the Plan Co. Krissy Designs. Grin and Bear It Plans. Carlea Plans. Scribble Prints Co. Paper and Milk. The Coffee Monsters Co. Carlea Plans. Grin and Bear It Plans. Carlea Plans. Carlea Plans. Stick with the Plan Co. The Coffee Monsters Co. I'm not sure where this is from. This was in one of my reusable sticker albums. Play With Me stickers, which is no longer open, as well as Paper and Milk. Paper and Milk, Green and Berry Plans, Carlea Plans, The Coffee Monsters Co., Krissy and Designs, Carlea Plans, Stick With The Plan Co., Caress Press, The Coffee Monsters Co., Carlea Plans, both of these, Grin and Berry, or no, that's Stick With The Plan Co., Carlea Plans, and Krissy and Designs. And then the last week is the week of April 27th through May 3rd. It has more days in April, so I included in this month. All right, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Look at this spread and tell me what I did wrong. I'll even move it up a little bit. I'm going to have a sip of water, and then I'm going to see. Let me know in the comments if you figured it out. But I went back. Oh, well, first let me share. I'm getting ahead of myself. This kit was Sprinkles from Caress Press. This was a mystery kit, so it's an older format because it was a couple years ago, but it's on her site now. I definitely want to get it again. I love it. I also love the Sprinkles foil bundle it came with. I paired it, or actually no. The one thing I wish I did different was I wish I did this header over, not header, washi overlay over here, and then did the bows over here, because I think even though the bows would have gotten on the like the little candies, I do think less of it would have overlapped than this big chunky layer right here. Anyway, love it. Definitely want to get this again. I think it's a great birthday kit. This was my best friend's birthday, and I always use a kit for her birthday. And I just think it's so fun and festive. Now, I'm going to take another sip of water. So, I'm looking at my planner last week when this week was, because I'm filming this May 5th. And I'm like, I forgot headers. So from here, so these two, all of this and this, don't have header overlays. Now, I couldn't even go back and put them in because I didn't have any more of this foil bundle. I do want to get more, but I didn't have any. So, and I threw out like the leftovers that weren't like the underlays or whatever, because the underlays are the same. So I couldn't even go back and put them in. And it really stinks because I really love these ones, like the sprinkle ones. So yeah, I went back and watched my Plan With Me. I put these headers in, put this header in, and then I went from here to here. As you can see, here to here, all these have headers, all those have headers. And I just skipped almost all of the second row and this first box on this row. I don't know how that happened, but I do know actually I do know, when I was filming this Plan With Me, which is up on my site, or my channel now, my cat was like crying. Not that he was like sick, he just goes around crying sometimes, like meowing. And then my tripod lights went out in the middle of filming, so I feel like that video was a really hot mess, and I think that's what, because I went back and I was like answering questions from a this or that, and I just went here to here. Monday, I went out with my best friend, we got Dunkin' this day. I went to Target. We also went to Ulta. I watched TV. I spent time with my mom. Tuesday, I slept in. I started, I'm not sure if this was the day I started it or I started it here, but I started the show Never Have I Ever. It's such a good show. I love it so much. I originally started watching it because one of the hot guys from Chicago Med is in it. I'm very glad I did. He's shirtless in a couple scenes. It's very good. I had cat cuddles. I had pizza, and I watched basketball. Wednesday was my best friend's birthday. I watched more Netflix. I had cat cuddles. I watched YouTube, and I watched Survivor. Thursday was the Callie Danielle planner launch. I slept in. I did some sticker shopping. I did some sticker shopping. I filmed. I watched the Mets game. I had cat cuddles. And I watched the basketball game and the Knicks advanced to the second round. Friday, it was the beginning of May. I went to Target and Starbucks and Trader Joe's. I cleaned. I was in pain and I watched NBA. Saturday, I slept in. I think that was the Lakers game. Saturday, I slept in, I watched Netflix, I was in my feelings, I planned, I had cat cuddles, and I watched basketball. Sunday, I had a YouTube binge, I shaved and did all that. I was in pain. I did laundry. I had pizza. And I watched more Netflix. Kenzie's Creation, which is no longer open. Once More with Love. Carlea plans both of these. Scribble Prints Co. Carlea plans The Coffee Monsters Co. Scribble Prints Co. Krissy and Designs. Fox and Cactus, Stick with the Plan Co. Scribble Prints Co. Or no, these two are Scribble Prints Co. Carlea plans The Coffee Monsters Co. Carlea plans Bubba Bear Studios, The Coffee Monsters Co. Carlea plans both of these. Bubba Bear Studios. Scribble Prints Co. Stick with the Plan Co. Paper and Milk. Grin and Bear It plans Stick with the Plan Co. Carlea plans The Coffee Monsters Co. Fox and Cactus, Krissy and Designs. The Coffee Monsters Co. Planner Kate, Pink Diamond Planner Co., which is no longer open. Once More with Love, Carlea plans The Coffee Monsters Co. and Caress Press. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed all of my spreads. Let me know what kits you used in April. And I hope you guys are having a great day and doing well and staying safe. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.